Hello, hello. Welcome to Lofo's Lounge, episode 7 now it is. If I'm wrong, oh well, judge me. But thank you all. We have reached 300 views in the first couple episodes, and I cannot thank you guys enough. You guys are the best. The people that follow me, I think we're at 80, 85. So that is amazing. Within the first 10 episodes, I can't thank you enough. So I just wanted to come on here right from the beginning and just let you guys know I love you, I appreciate you, and you guys are the best. And as you guys probably see by the title, today we're going to be talking about motivation versus discipline, the differences about them, because some people think they're the same, some people know there's a little bit of difference, but it really comes down to a few things that will change your perspective, that will, motivate you into the discipline that you need to like accomplish any goal that you want, whether it be in the gym, whether it be your relationship with a higher power, any of those. So let's talk about motivation and what is motivation to you? What is motivation to me? What is motivation in general? So motivation is putting something like a goal, like a standard, and just climbing to reach that standard. And say people, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds. What is your motivation to lose that 20 pounds? I want to look good. I want to have a six pack. So people will start going to the gym. They're going to start running. They're going to start eating a little bit healthier. And then they're going to see that 2 pounds shed off. And they're going to be like, okay, we're getting it. We are on our way. Then the 5 pounds, and the 6, 7, 8 pounds. And then people hit that stagnant spot. And you guys that have been in the gym know what I mean when you get to that stagnant spot, that's where you just kind of plateau, I think people call it, where you're just kind of staying at that same weight. And if you're motivated, that motivation kind of just drops off. You don't see any changes for a couple weeks, a month, maybe 6 months. Now, just looking back on my weight loss journey, some of you that have seen pictures of me, that follow me on TikTok, I posted a lot about it. I lost 60 pounds total. I've kind of gained a little bit because I'm in a little bit of a bulking stage right now. But overall, I dropped 60 pounds. I went from 255 to 189 was my lowest. Now, 189 is not my consistent weight. I fluctuate between the 185 to 195. So anywhere, I'd say 190 is probably comfortable. So 60, 65 pounds shed off. And did I do it in a month? No, it took, 2.5 years consistently. I lost a bunch of weight immediately, hit that plateau, hit that just straight where I couldn't lose any more weight. I was like, what is wrong with me? I lost my motivation. I stopped going to the gym. I kind of got like just super upset because I had a goal. I wasn't moving towards the goal. My motivation was just dropping. And you kind of seen it. I would get like super upset with myself. I would get sad. I would get depressed. And I kind of like took a step back and realized that like it wasn't really me. I was like, my motivation was like at an all time high, and then it just went away. So I had to think, what do I need to change? And instead of being motivated, I was like, okay, maybe I need to be disciplined instead of motivated. So when you switch from that motivation to the discipline, it changes your life, it changes your perspective, it changes your mood, it changes everything. So when you go from motivation, you have that set standard, that set goal of like, okay, I need to lose 20 pounds, I need to have a better relationship. People get to that point and they're just like, they stop. But when you're disciplined, you are, no matter what, hitting and doing things that you need to do. I'm trying to phrase it the best I can, but you're going to get up and every day and just say, fuck it. Like, I'm going to the gym. I'm reading the Bible. I am studying. I'm getting these good grades. And there's nothing in my path that's going to stop me. I am at point A. I need to get to point B. And whatever's in between from point A to point B is getting pushed out the way. I'm running straight through that. I'm waking up in the morning at 5 a.m., at 6 a.m. I am leaping, jumping, doing hurdles over my obstacles to get to that point B. There's no stopping me. And once you start getting in that mindset, it takes about 3 weeks to really get going, to really just say, yo, fuck it. I'm waking up. Fuck it. I'm going to the gym. Fuck it. I'm studying for an extra hour today. And fuck it's just a good thing to use. It's like I am so disciplined nowadays that it's like I could be super sick, I could be super sore, I could be super depressed, and no matter what, in the back of my head, fuck it. What's the best that can happen? I don't think of like what's the worst. I'm always a positive thinker now, so what's the best that can happen? One of my friends on TikTok actually taught me that, and just through an interaction. It was like instead of saying what's the worst that can happen, that already puts a negative connotation into your head, into your brain. What's the best that can happen? It's like then you start thinking like, oh, okay, I could lose that 20 pounds. I could get to that next level of work. I could get that promotion if that's the best. And then when you see the discipline side of things, you hit that goal. You get to your goal. And when it came down to motivation, if I were to hit a goal, I would just stop. Be like, okay, well I hit it. I'm here. Cool. But when you're disciplined, you take that goal and you move on to the next goal. Like you climb the hill, the mountain, and then you're jumping up and you're like, okay, well that mountain wasn't big enough. Time to go look for that next mountain, that next step, that next leap. It's so crazy because once you get into this disciplined mindset that where you are like literally scheduling things, you are literally opening up your books, doing the extra work and not even thinking about it. That's the craziest thing that I see in people. I talk to a lot of people on the side. I do a lot of motivational things. I do a lot of, I wouldn't say coaching. I don't get paid to do this. It's just so fun to see people take that next leap, that next step, and really change a mindset. And if you've experienced it yourself, because I've got a lot of friends. I got a gym group right now that I think combined we've lost 400 or 500 pounds, and I've lost about 60. I have a couple buddies who've lost. One buddy's lost 100, 40, 55. There's a total of like 500 600 pounds that we've lost in this group, and the group is a little bit for motivation, but it's to help us stay disciplined. And we keep posting different quotes, different meal ideas, different um, videos of us in the gym. That way we see it and it's like, okay, they're not going to work harder than me. I'm going to hop in that gym. I'm going to go 10 times harder. He's going to do 40 push ups. I'm going to do 50. He's going to wake up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym. I'm going to wake up at 4:52. I'm not going to do 4. That's a little crazy, but if he starts waking up at 4:30, then he's got it. He's got it. He's got me beat. But no, we stay disciplined, and it's a daily posting thing, and it's holding each other accountable too. Um, and that's the cool thing because accountability comes with the discipline. When you are holding yourself accountable, it's super amazing. It's a great feeling. When I was just casually going to the gym, casually doing my runs, and setting a goal for motivation. My motivation was always a six pack. And it sounds so stupid, it sounds so crazy, but I always wanted to have like the abs. And being a person that had that dad bod, and ladies, you all are freaking liars. Dad bod was never in. Fellas, don't let these women lie to you. They do not like the dad bods. They just want you, they want to get you while you're like super hot, and they want to feed you. They want to get you fat. So you have the dad bod so like other women aren't attracted to you. It's not the fact that they like the dad bod. It's the fact that like they don't want other women to like you when you're hot. So fellas, stay in the gym, stay focused, work on that body. And if she tells you that she likes a dad bod, she's lying to you. She is lying to you. I'm getting into this mic to tell you she or he is lying to you. But no, back to accountability. When you start setting goals, I like to write things down and put it to places where I can see it no matter what. I'm going to take a note. I'm going to put it on my wall. I'm going to put it into my bathroom on the mirror. That way, when I walk in, there's no avoiding what the note is. It's me. I do it a little bit different way. I kind of attack myself. I will sit there and be like, "You're a bitch. Go to the gym." And that's it works for some people like myself, but I don't recommend everybody just sitting there downing yourself every day. I call it downing, but it's like I don't know if anybody has that thing where it's like you're a bitch and then you go do something. Like if somebody were to call me a bitch, like, oh, yo, go run across the street, bitch. I'm gonna do it. I like that's just my thing. But I put these notes anywhere, and I counter it with some positive notes. I'm like, okay, you've done amazing. Keep going. And that's my accountability. And what works for me is going to work different for other people like yourself or anybody that's listening. Nobody's going to have the same type of discipline. Nobody's going to have the same type of accountability that works for them. And you got to really sit there and ask yourself, okay, what works for me? What doesn't work for me? And you got to be honest with yourself. If you're that person that needs to go to the gym at night, if you're that person that needs to study midday at a coffee shop instead of being at home, you got to let yourself be accountable for that. And don't lie to yourself. If you're like, okay, I'm a morning person, I'm going to get up in the morning and study and do all this stuff, blah, 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 and you never wake up in the morning, then maybe you're not a morning person. Maybe you need to change like your time. Maybe you need to change what you're doing. And it's super, I love seeing people find out about themselves because when you start finding out about yourself, it really changes like you as a whole. Like I have found out within this past year, I've really found out about myself. I've gone through so many experiences, I've gone through so many failures. Failure is a huge thing. I might still do a whole thing about failure, but I think people are so afraid to fail because it's such a daunting feeling to like know that you definitely failed at something. But it's such a great feeling if you can take that failure and put it into your discipline and your motivation for the next step. Like to where I wanted to do a couple things. I'm not gonna sit here and just bash myself because it's gonna get me in that mindset again. But I've failed at a couple different business ideas. I've failed at a couple different things that I've invested in. I've lost lots of money doing things that I wanted to do. And it's kind of let me know that I didn't need to do those things. And I really didn't want to do it because if you quit something after failing once, you really don't want it. Now, there's something that I'm pursuing right now where I have failed 3, 4 times, and I'm still in love with the idea that I'm going to keep changing it and keep moving forward. I'm staying disciplined with this idea that I'm going to fail 50 times just so I can get it right once. And that's so important. And I stress to you guys that it's like, okay, stay disciplined with your ideas, with your heart, with your mind, and you're going to take yourself to a next level of thinking. You're going to take yourself and a next level of physicality, if that's like the gym, or even, uh, sorry, my notifications are on, but you're going to take yourself to that next level of just overall wellness. Um, so go out there and fail. There's a course that I want to do right now. I think it's 50 or 60 ways to fail, to where you go out in public places and you try these different events of failing and doing things that are almost guaranteed not going to happen. Like I think one of them was asking strangers for $100, like complete strangers that you've never met, that you're just walking. And me living in New York is going to be easy. I'm going to be able to ask 500 strangers for $100, and probably 500 of them are going to say no. If one person says yes, okay, then you failed 499 times and you got that yes. One of them was like you go to a Shake Shack or a Burger King or something and eat your whole meal and ask them for a burger refill, which 10 out of 10 they're going to say no, like you got to pay for another one. But it's the fact that you get so accustomed to that failure that it feels good. You're like, okay, well, they're going to say no anyways. Let me be positive thinking about it. And I feel like if a lot of people start doing and getting into that mindset of failure is a good thing, that people need to fail to be successful, then this world can change super quick. It can change at like the snap of your fingers. It's I love thinking of ideas. I love thinking of ways to fail. But we're hitting our 15 minutes. This one was quick. I feel like these 15-minute videos, they happen super fast. But motivation versus discipline, I they go hand in hand. But you really need to get out of that motivation, that's setting the goal for yourself, and start disciplining yourself. And if you don't like hit your goal, if you don't hit your whatever it is, stay disciplined until you get to it. Don't let it like knock you down the ladder and just jump off the ladder. Stay disciplined to where, okay, a few notches broke, I'm down on the ground, but I'm gonna hop back on, I'm gonna climb it, I'm gonna leap to that next step, that next ladder position. But yeah, that's basically all I had to say today. I was feeling some type of way. It is noon ish right now. I get off work at 7 a.m. and I just went to the gym. I'm supposed to be sleeping right now, but I just, you get this energy, you get this motivation to start talking. Yeah, there it is. You get this motivation to start talking. Um, and I like to try to inspire people. I like to talk to people. And that's where we are today. So, motivation versus discipline. Thank you guys for tuning in to Lofo's Lounge. I look forward to speaking to you guys again. I think we have a special guest for next time. I'm not going to spoil a name, but we might leak it on my TikTok. So make sure you guys follow me on there as well. So thank you all again for all the views, all the follows, all the support. This has been a great episode, Motivation versus Discipline. Love you all. I will see you next time.